I bloody hate ethics. Okay, wait, sorry, that was a bit of a clickbaity way to put it. It's not that I hate ethics or acting ethically. I profoundly dislike morality and ethics as a discipline in philosophy. I find them pointless because how we value good versus bad acts is just so subjective. So yesterday I went to a lecture at the British Ethics Society. Actually, with hindsight, I see my mistake now. It was about utilitarianism, the philosophy popularized by Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill. Utilitarianism is an ethical system that is all about maximizing utility. So what is good is the action that maximizes utility, whatever the utility is in that situation. It could be happiness or well-being, and it's a form of consequentialism, by which we mean that how we decide what is good or bad depends on the consequences of the action, not on the intention, not on the rule, but on what the outcome is. In the case of utilitarianism, that it produces the highest level of, say, happiness. Utilitarianism is contraposed usually to deontological ethics, it's called. That's morality based on rules, like Kant's categorical imperatives. He had a version of the golden rule that said, the good action is an action where you would wish that it were universal, so that everyone else acted the way you did. Which is a pretty good rule. But there's so many problems with both systems, because how can a single system apply to the variety and the complexity of human life? There's always going to be exceptions, right? Take Kant's ethics. Kant says you can't lie, and that's a rule, that's it. You can never lie. It doesn't matter what the situation is. So let's say you break the rule and you lie to tell your grandmother on her deathbed that she looks great. According to Kant, you can't do that. That's a failure of ethics. It doesn't make sense though, right? You're thinking now, I broke the rule, but I broke the rule because it was for the greater good. It makes my grandmother happier than if I follow the rule and tell her the truth that she looks a bit like shit because she's about to die. Apologies to your grandmother. This isn't personal, it's a hypothetical grandmother. But the thing is, right, let's say you're on the deontological scale of things and you say, okay, I've got a set of rules and occasionally I'm going to break them when I think it's helpful. How do you know when you should be allowed to break the rule? Are you just going to decide it arbitrarily? And as we'll see in the next segment, utilitarianism has even more problems.